Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. I'm Dyah Alia from class 20A, and today I'm going to talk about the perception of Thai teachers toward the implementation of communicative language teaching in their English classrooms, which has been written by Yuan Kwan. Do you have any ideas about how CLT is implemented and the difficulties that Thai teachers face when applying CLT in their English classrooms? Alright, let me explain it to you. First of all, learning a language means more than memorizing vocabulary and understanding the rules of grammar. The real objective is to learn communicate with the speakers of the language. The CLT teaching is the method that has been accommodated and adjusted to the language teaching and learning of real situations to promote students' communicative abilities in English. Since the 1990s, the Thai government has promoted CLT in English classrooms and focused on learner-centered instruction and the communicative approach. One of the ways to provide an opportunity for the students to become communicatively competent is for the teacher to provide an authentic environment that encourages this outcome. To do this, the teacher can introduce technology tools such as TV, film, or the internet into the students' learning. However, the success of employing higher technology in the classroom may depend on how the teachers adapt the material to meet student needs to provide meaningful input. There are still many problems with its implementation. It is a far cry from traditional approaches to learning English, and the educational system, teachers, and students are still not familiar with learning English in this manner. Because of that, this study aims to provide a better understanding of the EFL teaching methodology in Thai language classrooms, to provide insight for teachers who wish to give their students the opportunity to become better communicators in English rather than just emphasizing learning on grammar rules and how to translate. For the methodology, the researcher used descriptive questions, which are called grand tour questions, to open up dialogue between the interviewee and the interviewer. Firstly, the researcher asked what particular problems that they or teachers encounter in their classrooms when they employ communicative language teaching. Also, he asked what possible solutions could be for the problems. This question aims to identify Thai teachers' problems in the implementation process. After that, the researcher does miniature questions by asking about the syllabus, textbook, and classroom management. In the interviewee in this study were 6 in-service teachers who are currently using CLT to ask about their experiences. By asking those questions to those related teachers, the researcher can gather insight into the difficulties that many Thai teachers face in using CLT to teach English. Based on that interviews, the researcher found that each teacher appeared to have difficulties in providing opportunities for students to communicate using their English textbooks, and that they often feel the need to adjust the teaching materials to meet student needs, levels, and interests. Therefore, teachers should be part of the process of selecting textbooks to help students practice real-life communication. They also need to consider whether textbooks provide a clear context that meets the school goals and program objectives or not. So, there are 4 main teachers' perception of the use of English textbooks in Thai classrooms. First, teacher training, teaching problems, classroom management, and national entrance examination. Let's talk about these results one by one. Firstly, the teaching problem. Thai teachers generally use Thai as the medium of instruction in their classrooms and are not capable of providing meaningful input and interaction due to a lack of language confidence. Or in short, it can say as low proficiency in spoken English. Secondly, classroom management. Thai teacher seems to have difficulties in managing large class sizes. As the result, teachers are facing difficulty in preparing activities and materials to suit different student needs. Furthermore, the classroom management problems that characterize large classes often result in wasted time on assignment, thereby shortening already limited contact time. Third, is the national examination. Teacher and student are under a heavy burden to get high score of English examination. This examination tend to place more emphasis on knowing linguistic elements of the English language, which don't always align with the communicative goals that CLT encourage students to attain. Lastly, the teacher training. If we want teachers to learn how to create and implement CLT lessons, teacher training in CLT methodology is necessary and should be ongoing. But teachers often feel that they don't receive adequate training and are often left behind unsupported. They believe that specific professional training programs, including workshops and seminars, will help teachers broach new ways of teaching with confidence. In brief, this study concludes three main points. Firstly, teachers should provide quality, authentic materials and activities that simulate authentic language context for language usage. Specifically, teachers must provide effective modeling of communicative teaching in use and a lot of time for students to practice those techniques. Secondly, teachers should create opportunities for students to gain communicative competencies by employing group work for communicative activities. Because of large class sizes, students don't have many opportunities for suitable communication with their teacher and peers. So if teachers use more meaningful activities utilizing small groups, students will be more deeply involved in the communicative activities, thus providing students adequate opportunity to become communicatively competent. Lastly, teacher educators need to provide teachers in development programs with opportunities to process how they get students to communicate in English. So, teachers can explore their own teaching or self-observation and the teaching of others or observation in order to gain awareness of their own teaching. Therefore, quality education can be provided by teachers who are aware of the importance of effective teaching and pursue more teaching methods that are suitable for improving student learning. Alright, that's all the explanation of this poster. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.